The Pederscope almost didn't go live, but we are live, and it is Fabulous Friday here on the Pederscope. Welcome, I am your host, Steve Pederson. So glad you joined me. It's going to be a fantastic one today. I'm very excited about today's Pederscope. Come on in and join us. We are talking about keys to being the difference. And this is episode 20, entitled Listen to the Music. And I figured, hey, we can't have a title like Listen to the Music without actually listening to some music and even having the song Listen to the Music by the Doobie Brothers. So jam with me. Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, let the music play. Now what the people need is a way to make them smile. Ain't so hard to do if you know how. You gotta get a message, get it on through. Oh, let the music play. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. So today we are talking about listening to the music and how that is a key to being the difference. All this week I've been talking about how energy is everything. Everything is energy, or spirit. Everything is spirit, and spirit is energy, and everything is spirit. Everything is energy, and we're talking about all these factors that come into play when we're talking about our energy, your energy, my energy. We've talked about how food, how that plays an important part in your energy. We've talked about exercise. We've talked about the company that you keep, the people that you hang around. All of these factors have a huge impact on your energy. But I think there's probably nothing like music and how music impacts your energy. Just like how food, when we talk about you are what you eat, whatever you put into your body is a system. And whatever you put into your body, that is what you get out. It's kind of the same with music. Whatever you put into your system, it has a huge effect on you. For example, yesterday I was at the YMCA and I was on the elliptical machine working out, and for the first part of my exercise routine, I was listening to, it was just a guy talking. It was a class, basically. He was giving a class. And, it was interesting to me. It was an interesting topic. So I'm working out. And when it was over, I was like, let me listen to some music. And so I put in this music, and all of a sudden was this huge surge of energy. And it was like the music was actually doing the exercise for me. Now, if anybody's ever gotten on any kind of elliptical machine or treadmill or whatever, you know that after you've been on there for a while, it's, the longer you're on there, the more you want to get off of it. The less energy you seem to have. So there I was towards the end of my workout and just turned on the song. I think it was Audio Slave, so high energy music just, got me pumping, got my blood pumping. All of a sudden it was just like something took over me and I was able to just crank out the rest of my workout. That is the power that music has over our lives and the energy that it can infuse into us. You know, it's interesting. The music that I listened to as a kid is still just ingrained in my memory. I remember my mom, she used to listen to the country music radio station. I don't listen to country music all that often. I've got nothing against it. I love it. I love the classic country music stuff. But I'll tell you what, I can still recite a lot of those old classic country music songs because I was exposed to them as a kid and that just over and over and over, and that stuff is ingrained. Now that's very interesting. We're not always consciously aware of the lyrics and the music that we've listened to in the past, but it is there. It is in your subconscious mind, and it has created an energy that even if you're not listening to it, it's still in you. What I think is interesting as well is as I've become more aware and more conscious of things around me, I look back at the music that I used to listen to as a kid, and I look at the lyrics and I think about the lyrics a little bit more, and I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. I can see how the music that I used to listen to when I was a kid, how much that has affected who I've become, even though I wasn't really at the time very consciously aware of the lyrics and what they meant and the impact that they were having on me, yet they did. So it's really, really important what we put into us. The great thing about music is that there is so many different types of music, depending on what we need. I was having a conversation with my wife yesterday, and she was talking about how, I really wanted to kind of get in a good mood, so I listened to this kind of music. And then I was over here, and I needed to relax, so I listened to some classical music. So many great ways that music contributes to our energy. So listen to the music, won't you? Won't you listen to the music? Have a great time listening to the music today. There's an action that we can take today, just like we've done all this week, where I've talked about food or other things, is to be aware. Be aware. Be consciously aware of the music that you're listening to. Be intentional about the music that you're listening to. Sometimes I will turn on the radio to my favorite classic rock music station, and it'll be playing a great song, and then just because one song leads into another, maybe I'm not like consciously aware of the next song that comes on, and then like halfway through the song, I'll kind of wake up and I'll be like, oh my gosh, the lyrics to this song are terrible. So just be conscious, be intentional about the music that you listen to, and last of all, just continue to be fabulous. Guys, this has been the Pederscope with keys to being the difference. My music has stopped playing here. Let's get it rolling again. Can't stop the music. Thanks so much for joining me on the Pederscope. If you want to catch up on previous episodes of the Pederscope, head on over to my website, stevepederson.com. I've got all the previous episodes on my website. Have a fabulous Friday, guys. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch you next week on the Pederscope. Peace. You'll notice I always have music to open and close the Pederscope episodes. That's because you gotta listen to the music. Gotta listen to the music.